There's no secret that for the past little while, I want to say it's been months on months now, Ninja has kind of been not the butt of the joke within the gaming space, but kind of like everybody's been giving Ninja a little bit of a hard time. And you could say that Ninja asked for it, Ninja deserves it, Ninja's always negative, Ninja's always this and that, but I recently watched a video over on Mighty's channel, but what's funny enough is this is a video of an MMA podcast. Demetrius Johnson is a longtime UFC champion, and I watch his channel all the time. I watch his podcast, and then I went to work one day. I was looking to listen to something in the car, and Ninja was on. And I was like, huh? Fortnite's one of my biggest passions. MMA is my biggest passion ever. So it's funny to have them come together, and it was actually a really, really great listen. I'll leave a link in the pinned comment description down below if you guys want to go check out the whole interview. But Ninja opened up a little bit, and it made me kind of sit back and think about the mindset that Ninja's in a little bit, because maybe we're giving him a little bit too much of a hard time. But I will say a lot of the stuff that he still puts out there, I guess, is rage baiting or warrants a little bit of backlash for it. But hear him out. Hear him out here. I'm going to give my reaction. I'd love to know what you think about the entire situation down below. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. Last thing before we start it, my webcam's tiny. I don't know where I'm supposed to put it, so sorry about that. But of course, we have a whole hour, but I wanted to take a look at this particular section, okay?
Like, I have Jess tell me consistently, she'll be like, you can stop whenever. Literally. And like, that's the best possible thing to have, is like, you know, your significant other being like, you can, like, whatever the next stage is, like, you know, we'll figure it out, but like, we're good. Like,
and I love that for Ninja. I love that. His success is literally an inspiration to somebody like me and so many other people trying to build their own like YouTube channel, be financially free, business, whatever it is. Ninja is literally an inspiration. And it's really weird to me that he's going the route where it seems like he just doesn't care anymore. He's playing these games. He doesn't care. He'll give his negative opinion. He'll just trash talk what he wants to trash talk. But you would think, like, I feel like if I was in Ninja's situation, well, I know it's going to sound a little egotistical, but I know if I was in Ninja's situation that I'd be enjoying myself. I'd be like, we're good. Life's good. I'm sitting here playing some video games. So I don't want to play it. I'm not going to play it. But he seems to like force himself to keep streaming and force himself to keep bashing on these games because obviously he plays too much.
like, if it gets too much for you to, you know, be ragged on. I'm not joking when I tell you, dude, like I am like 90% shit talked, like everywhere.
Why?
5%, 10%, you know, is like my community, my diehards that are like, we love you, Ty. It's like,
now I'm going to hear him out a little bit more because this is the main thing that I really wanted to touch on.
thanks guys. But I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. Like it's people would rather tell me I'm fucking washed than like, you know, enjoy the moments that we had in like the Fortnite days.
Now, this is also something that's really interesting because Ninja, of course, is one of the biggest streamers of all time. He is still extremely relevant. So many people say Ninja's channel died, Ninja fell off. There was only one way for Ninja to go. Like I talked about with Fortnite, people talk about Fortnite dying. There was only one way for it to go. So it's not dying. Ninja's channel isn't dead. Ninja still has insane viewership. Ninja, it must be really, really tough to keep a positive attitude when I'm watching these donations come through, when I'm watching Ninja's chat, when I'm looking at Ninja's comments, when I'm looking at everything online about Ninja, and they're saying he's washed, Ninja's not the same, Ninja sucks. Some of that is warranted for the attitude that he puts out there, but of course people are only going to clip the worst parts about Ninja's streams, right? It must be difficult for him to talk about whatever he wants to talk about or play whatever he wants to play when people are just constantly telling him about, Kai Snap broke your record, how's it make you feel, loser? That happens to him all the time. And that really made me sit back and think, like, it's true. It must be a little bit difficult.
Right.
Well, usually when I tell people, I was like, if somebody's going to talk shit about you, they're not doing pretty well. Nobody,
I know they're not doing well, but like,
I know. Yeah, exactly. But like, think about that. Somebody who's doing well in life never goes out of their way to put somebody down.
That's true. Misery loves company. That's a saying that's stood by time.
Absolutely.
Nobody does that. I was just on a trip in Texas. I was hanging out with some amazing people, and they're all very successful. And not once in the conversation ever come across about talking shit or putting anybody down.
Yeah, because if like Ninja was hanging around some regular people or people just watching Ninja streams, people are automatically just, and this happens with so many people that make it big and are just rich in general. People automatically hate them because they kind of remind them of their own mediocrity, remind them that they're not doing anything with their life. So that people get so bent out of shape that Ninja has played video games and will be more successful than their entire family tree. I look at that as an inspiration, but most people don't look at it that way.
Not one. right? They're all successful people.
Yeah.
People who surround themselves with other assholes who aren't doing very well in their life, always looking to put people down. So I apologize, Ninja. I think you're still killing it.
I appreciate it, man.
I loved your whole journey from, beginning of Halo and then peak Ninja and then where you're at now. I think it's very inspiring.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Ninja is a complete inspiration. Now, there are things about Ninja that I don't think is inspiring, but him and his business, his success. If Ninja sat down and told me how to run my YouTube channel, I would sit down and listen to every little bit of it.
Because eventually everybody wants to make it to that level. A football player, basketball player, they all want to make it to that level of wealth.
Yeah.
And once they make it to that wealth, you got to extend that wealth to generations, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
when you just have children, they're gonna inherit that wealth, and you hope when they inherit that wealth, you teach them to pass that wealth down and keep it going, just like the Rockefellers, right?
And they spent a lot of this podcast too talking about literally like just building a business, building a YouTube career, and just Ninja in general and his story. It's so weird to me that he's doing so well in life, and his attitude about video games, all these clips that we're still seeing, is just Ninja being so butthurt, so bitter, so angry. It's really, really weird to me, and that's what honestly, I think it kind of is because all he's seeing in his comments, all he's seeing online, people are constantly quote tweeting him, people are replying to him. No matter where Ninja goes, he's met with negativity. We're going to let him finish his point. I'm going to get a little bit more into it.
So I think what you've done is absolutely amazing. Real quick before we let you go, Michael, what you got for my man Ninja?
Oh.
Michael is just now getting into the gaming space. He doesn't really know a lot about gaming.
Sure.
I think that's all we got, but I'm going to let him hear him out for a second.
I want him to get an opportunity to get in here and talk to you.
Yeah,
What's up,
first
bro?
of all, shout out to the Chicago suburbs.
Okay, so we're gonna stop it there. So guys, if you want to continue watching that podcast, the link will be in the pinned comment description down below. But it really, really made me sit back and think, because this entire podcast with Ninja, he was more upbeat, he was happy, he was talking about his life, how great his life is, how much he's enjoying golf. Ninja seems really, really happy. He has accomplished his dreams. He probably still has a purpose, I would imagine, because a lot of men need purpose. He is really enjoying what he's doing. Like, he keeps saying, I love hanging out with my boys. I love hanging out with my wife. He's looking into having kids one day. He's achieved the dream. The only reason why I can think about Ninja being so angry at these video games, because he doesn't have to do it. Maybe he could just take a break. I think it was Pokimane that did that, where she just was good and just is streaming whenever now. I don't understand why Ninja doesn't do that. As far as I'm aware, he's not under any obligations for a contract. But it makes me really think it must be sad for Ninja. He still has all this influence. He's still pulling thousands upon thousands of viewers, and all anybody ever talks about is, hey, Kai Cenat's beating you. That's got to really be frustrating to hear, because Ninja's trying to sit back and just do his own thing, and everybody's making it a competition when Ninja doesn't even need to be part of the competition anymore. The problem also comes, though, and Ninja's not completely innocent, but I'm wondering if this stuff that's coming about Ninja, him being a little bit salty about things, him putting down other creators, because we do see stuff like that every once in a while, I wonder if it's just a retaliation of him kind of being fed up with everything, fed up with all of his comments are talking about. Now, doesn't excuse his behavior. It doesn't excuse, because like the clip, for example, I'm a 32-year-old grown man who likes to sit back and shoot things. I don't want to drive a car. That kind of stuff, he still asks for the retaliation in that sense. You know what I mean? But I wonder if that's the whole reason, because if Ninja was just good, he could go golfing. He could do what he wants. He can go hang out with his wife. Why not just play and stream just whenever you want to? The only thing I could, like, that's the only thing I could think about why he would be going into this with a negative attitude. Maybe there's something externally going on with him. I know that he had a little bit of a health scare, but as far as I'm aware, that's all okay. I just think that this whole podcast opened my eyes a little bit. I would love for you guys to go check it out and listen to it, because perhaps for everybody talking down on Ninja so often, maybe we should take a little bit of a back seat on that. Now, if Ninja comes out and is still salty, there are clips that come out that definitely warrant the hate that he gets. But just for the people constantly telling him he's washed over and over again, donating just to tell him he's washed, donating just to tell him that somebody's beating him, I think that must take a toll on somebody after so long. Because Ninja did have a shine. Ninja is aware that he's not doing as well, and he seems from an outside perspective comfortable with that fact. But people just won't let him forget it. People just will not let him live it down. It's interesting to me, because I can't think of another reason. Do you know any reasons? I'd love, please let me know down below. Thank you very much for watching. Speaking of Ninja, though, guys, if you're interested, I would love for you to check out this video on screen right now. It's where we actually take a look at that 32-year-old car drama and everybody reacting to it. It was a very, very crazy situation. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care.